single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day.
Well, this is the second video on how to dry cure ducks. So what I've got is the same. Obviously the duck breasts, I've got the zest of one orange and a tablespoon of dry chilies. And obviously in the bowl, the main curing ingredient, I've got 200 grams of salt and 300 grams of sugar. So like before, let's move this out of the way. Into the sugar and salt mix, put my orange zest and my dry chilies. Now like before, we're going to do the same process, but this one will take a little bit longer. But at each stage, I'll explain what I'm doing. So, as before, put a little bit in the base of a plastic tub, just like that. And then get duck breasts, skin side down. Just like that, and then put the remainder of the salt mix on top. If your tub is smaller and you have the mix left over, it doesn't matter, just as long as it's got a good layer of the salt and sugar mix on top, it will still do the job. So there we go. So as I said like before, this is going to go in the fridge now for 3 days, and then we'll take it out and hopefully it will be nice and cured. So we're at day 3 of the dry cured duck. So if I open up my tub here, you can see all this liquid on top, which is been drawn out of the duck breast. So if I remove it out of the salt, no, it's cured quite nicely. It's firm. It's gone darker in colour. No, it's worked out quite nice actually. So what I'm going to do now at this stage, same as last time, I'm going to rinse it under cold water to get rid of any excess salt and pat it dry. And then this is where it's going to differ from the last video. So once you've rinsed off all the excess salt and patted it dry, you turn over one of your breasts of ducks, give it a few grinds of pepper, rosemary, turn over the other one, a little bit more of the pepper, and place it on top, flesh to flesh, to make a sandwich. Then I'll tie it together, and I've got some poultry trussing bands. And it doesn't have to be anything too smart, it's just to keep it together. Right, so once you have it together like that, get yourself a clean tea towel. Place the duck on the tea towel and wrap it up. Not too tight, leave the ends exposed, and this is where it's different from the last one. So what we're going to do is put this in the fridge to dry cure once again. Now the time you keep it in the fridge is up to you. I personally keep mine in for 7 to 10 days, but you can keep it up to 3 weeks. But the longer you leave it, the firmer the meat will be and the chewier it will be. I like mine where it's got a little bit of chewiness to it, but nothing too extreme. So that's why I think 10 days works well. So I'm going to get this in the fridge and then see what it's like in 7 to 10 days time. Right then, it's been a week, and I'm just going to take these trussing bands off this duck. And when I open the fridge, because I have a separate chiller for stuff like this, you can really smell the rosemary and the orange, so we'll discard of that. And it's firmed up nice, it's dried out really nice, it has. So like I was saying earlier in the video, if you cure it for 7 to 10 days, it will be like the duck from my first video. It'll be nice and tender, but it'll be slightly drier. But if you take it to the full 3 weeks, it will be really firm and really chewy. But what I would suggest is, if you're going to have a go on this one, I would do 3 lots of this and take it for the week, the 2 weeks, and 3 weeks, and see which one you prefer. So I'm going to just try a little bit of this, take off the fat because I don't like the fat. And that is full of flavour. It's more flavourful than the previous one, just because you've let it marinate for longer. And what I would do with this is slightly thin this, and I would serve it with a nice bottle of red, some olives, some feta, just a bit of a mezzi platter really. But this is worked out well. So give this one a go, and let me know in the comments what you think.